Alright, good morning. So it's Friday the 13th. It got cold and I slept in the 50 thinking that it wasn't going to get that cold, and it got cold. I've got, well, almost all my warmth layers on minus my rain gear, and I didn't feel like putting my tights on, which I should have. If I had, I probably would have slept really well once I got to sleep. But so off and on all night. Fog rolled in so heavy that it sounded like it was raining. So I had to jump out and partially deploy some of the doors because I had all the doors up and I could feel my screen getting a little damp. So did that. Then I woke up because I kept having to use the restroom, and I looked out and I said, man, I can see stars again. Great. Hopefully, because the fog was supposed to lift, I was kind of looking at one of the AT shelters that's at similar elevation to where we're at, and it was saying around 2 a.m. it was supposed to lift. So I got up, looked, no fog. I was like, great, it's lifted, cool. Went back to sleep. Woke up because I heard rain again. Looked out, we're back in a fog bank. I was like, God, you gotta be kidding me. So it's been off and on in the fog, but then I don't remember what time it was because I just got tired of looking. All the fog cleared out. Got a nice kind of drying wind came through, which of course also made it colder, which is when I put my puffy on. So alright, I think it picks up semi-decent, but you can see, I like the cloud inversion. There's cloud inversion right below us. I woke up in the middle of the night and could see the clouds forming under there, or in the valley down there. So, I mean, it's been a glorious morning. The sun still hasn't popped over the ridge behind us, so I'm just going to kind of keep an eye out, and if I can grab a shot when it starts cracking over, because I have 25 minutes of waiting for the sun to come up. So it's funny how fast it set last night compared to how long it's taken to come up this morning. So, but that's our views for the morning. I mean, it is. I don't know that you could ask for a better morning. It's cold, but I'll take it. It makes for good hiking weather today. So. Look at that. I mean, it is just glorious. There's a cloud inversion down in the valley over there as well. Just can't really pick it up through the trees, but man. Alright, I'll put you up for a little bit if I can stop taking pictures and stuff. Alright, keep you up to date.
We're
Yeah.
5.7.
We're going 0.5. So we just got our first trail intersection. We've made it half a mile in 3 minutes. Nah, maybe 10. We've just been enjoying the morning. But over here, there's like a crazy cloud inversion over here. I know it's hard to see through the trees, but trust me, it's amazing. So we're gonna head on up this way, and then I'll keep you guys up to date. I was filming too. All right. Newfound Gap Road, point 3. That means pizza. Oh, you can see all the horseshoes. Crazy. All right. Can get down here and try and get into town. Keep you guys up to date. All right, we're to the road pretty much. Ah, they were in a truck right there. Ah, I'm gonna hopefully find us a truck to jump in the back of to get down to Cherokee, because I don't really think anybody wants us in their car with the way we smell. Granted, we smell a lot better than we did the other day. That rain and everything actually helped kind of clean us and everything else up. And I did take a baby wipe bath last night in preparation for the road today, so. But we're gonna finish this meandering down here. For whatever reason, it meanders all the way down here, and we're gonna see if we can get into town. Keep you guys up to date. Well, after an hour of zero luck hitching, we have decided we're gonna walk the half-mile down to the riding stables where there is vending machines and such, and see what we can do with that, because we cannot get a hitch. We need to go down 5 miles, I mean, exactly. And I was thinking, you know, I could walk that in an hour, but the energy I would expend doing that and then have to walk back at that same pace after eating a large pizza and drinking a half gallon of orange juice and who knows what else, I'd probably vomit. So we're gonna go over here to the stables, and then if you can see, we'll be going back over here up by the church, Smoke Mount Baptist, and that is where we will continue on our 9.1, or I guess probably 9 miles once we jump on there. So, all right, keep you up to date. I almost got a baby root that I tried to open the first year we was on the AT, and they just, I don't know, something about them was like, nope. All right, so we're finally leaving the stables an hour later, 2 hours later, an hour later. We've been off trail for an hour or 2 hours at least. So I was able to actually yogi some food, so that was nice. Got a bunch of peanut butter crackers and some cereal bars and one of those almond Nature Valley Chewy bars with the almond butter. Man, that thing's good. Pop-Tarts. It seems like maybe there was something else in there that they gave me. They actually live right near the AT in Georgia, so that was cool. So no pizza, but that's okay. We're gonna get back up here, just a short little walk, and then we'll be back on trail. Gonna get some water for Monsieur J. Ben. We both packed out a Dr. Pepper. I just did a $9 resupply out of a vending machine. Two of those, what was that? $3 of that was Dr. Pepper, but nevertheless, Got me some big Texas cinnamon rolls, a bunch of peanut M&Ms. I don't remember what else, but it's calories, and good and tasty calories. So, all right, we're gonna head up the trail here in a minute, and I'll keep you guys up to date. All right, we're back on trail, headed towards Bradley Fork, 1 mile, Benton MacKaye. Whew. I ate 2 or 3 packs of peanut butter crackers, some Pop-Tarts, an almond bar, had a Dr. Pepper. Seems like I ate something else. I don't know. Oh, the rest of I had about a handful of combos left. I destroyed those too. So, all right, we're gonna head on up the trail. Keep you guys up to date. All right, J-Ben's getting water for the road. I still have water from this morning that I didn't drink because I was planning on consuming orange juice. But probably worst case we'll be out here at 1, which was our goal, was to be back from Cherokee by 1 at the latest if we had gone in, so that it's 9 pretty much on the dot to camp. So we could think we can do that in 4 hours. So that should put us there at 5. It's just going to depend on the terrain, but that way we can kind of check out the spot, check out the creek and everything, and then get settled in. So J-Ben almost bought stuff for s'mores because he was thinking about having s'mores tonight, but because they sold it at the stables, but he decided against it. So, but we're gonna get moving here in just a few minutes. It's 20 till 1, so keep you guys up to date with what goes on. Well, we're still heading up the trail, but man, it's so tore up from the horses. It's rutted up and muddy and just nasty. And of course, then you gotta dodge horse hockey too. But whew, we'll make it, probably. Down below us, you can kind of see the road is old smoke mont. So we're kind of going up and around above it, and then we'll meet up back here with the Bradley Fork Trail, as I believe what we're gonna hit, and then up and away we go. So we're gonna keep navigating this minefield here, and then I'll keep you guys up to date. All right, whoa. So that's the Toe String Horse Trail right there. Smokemont Stables Trail is what we were on. We're headed towards Bradley Fork and Chastain Creek. And as you can just kind of see, that was, I mean, my shoes are so nasty. That's probably a mix of mud and crap that I'm tempted, even though I've got dry socks. If I hit a ford at some point, I may just, even if it's rock hoppable, I may just plunge in. I should have gone ahead and done sink laundry and washed my socks back there at the stable, but I did not because I didn't think about it till we had been there so long. I should have. We first kind of sat down over in the parking lot when we decided to move away from where the waiting area was, so we weren't, you know, holding up their waiting area with our lovely hiker smells. Although we're at a horse stable, so you might not have known, but anyhow, like I said, it would have been wise if I had gone ahead and done laundry there, or sock laundry, washed the pair of liners and the socks that I have clipped to my pack, because I did take them out and clip them. I should have just washed them, but again, apparently my brain doesn't function unless it's thinking about a real washing machine. So, all right, we're up here to Bradley Fork. And I'm gonna wait for J-Ben. He's not too far behind me. And I'll keep you guys up to date from there. Alright, this little side creek flows down, down, out of the spigot over there, and all the way out into the creek that runs into Smokemont. Or I guess that could be the Econo-Lefty, actually. But apparently horses still use the trail we're on, but you can see another little feeder, beautiful cascades. So, all right, keep you guys up to date. All right, we just hit the junction. We're turning right here.
get on Chastain Creek. Campsite 50 is in a 10th, campsite 48 is in 2.4, and then Hughes Ridge Trail. I think we've gone about 1.5 miles, so that means we got 7.5 or less to our campsite. So it's 125. We're making pretty good time. I mean, the trail's been nice. It's conducive to moving once we got out of the rutted mud of horse crap land, but this has all been like gravel, smooth, real wide. I mean, you could drive a truck through this thing. So we're gonna head on up the trail and keep you guys up to date. I was just noticing how pretty much the only colors left are reds, maybe a little bit of orange, and a couple evergreens up here on the sides of the hills, but everything else in here is bare. Crazy to think how fast the colors change and drop. Alright, we've already passed the waterfall, Chastain Cascade. We did not go down to it, even though it was only 1/10 of a mile. We are working on getting to camp. That's where the rest and relaxation is, and the food eating is, and maybe I'll actually do some clothes washing. Just depends on how fast we get there, how much sun we have, because I think it's supposed to get even colder tonight than last night. So alright, keep you guys up to date. Alright, that post right there is for campsite 48, Upper Chastain Creek. It's down that way somewhere. The creek's right down there. There's a nice little cascade. It's a really pretty area. It looks like we're about to go up about 1,800 feet and then drop back down for our campsite. So should be fun. Keep you guys up to date. In an old creek bed. There's all these random loose rocks. It's rough on the feet. It's tiring. But it is what it is. Cascades all over the place. Like I said, it's almost like this road slash trail was once a creek. Alright, I'll put you up so I can concentrate on this up. Keep you guys up to date. Alright, finally made it to Hughes Ridge Trail. And I think we're doing a 1/2 mile to Enloe Creek. It's funny, we're only 5.2 from the AT. But we've come up 5.1 since Smokemont. And this last part here, I mean, this was brutal, man. That climb was rough. Jay-Ben told me just to go ahead and he'd catch up with me. So I went ahead, I stopped at one point, got water, and right when I was getting ready to move again, I saw him in the distance. So I'm going to actually sit down. I need a snack, and I picked up a wizard staff along the way up. I've been walking with it, so little eating up top, but it was nice holding it on the way up. So I'm gonna come sit on this log, which as flat as this area is, it looks like somebody's probably camped here before. Yeah. And there's the back of this log is actually burnt. So maybe somebody had a little fire behind it. Being naughty campers. All right, it's 3:30. I think it'll take us an hour to an hour and a half to get to camp from here. I'm not positive. I forget what the mileage is. Once we get past Enloe Creek, the trail over there. But I'll keep you guys up to date. All right, so apparently somebody drew in some ghetto BMT place directions. Looks almost like whiteout or something, but so we're coming off Hughes Ridge on Enloe Creek Trail, 2.6 to our campsite. So keep going. J Ben's feet are hurting, so he's already pushed on. I'm just gonna try and get there and then get set up and get relaxed. Get a good rest again tonight. So keep you guys up to date on what goes on. Alright, it's probably hard to hear me, but we apparently didn't miss the memo that this was a ford. So we got down here and J-Ben got to that big rock and was like, uh-oh. And I looked it up and said, sure enough, this is a ford, because we were expecting this to be Enloe Creek and the bridge. So there is no bridge. So we decided, since we were almost to camp, that we were going to do the shoes off, socks off, whole 9 yards, and just ford this thing. And let me tell you, that water is ridiculously cold. First step in hurt, some pointy rocks, and then next thing I knew, I couldn't even feel my feet anymore. So I was just trying to move and not run into him and knock him over, because I was trying to get out as fast as possible. So we got all dried up and we're heading to camp. I didn't look, but I think we got about a mile or so to go, and it'll be good to be done for the day, because even though it's been a short mileage day, it's been a tough day. So I'll keep you guys up to date. All right, so made it to Enloe Creek. This is a small campsite. There's my tent and J-Ben's tent. We're kind of up there around the fire ring, but there's no wood for a fire, so no need to worry about messing up the DCF, because this place has been pretty much picked clean of wood. Any wood that is here is damp. He's got one of those Blackbeard fire starters, and that worked okay last night on some damp wood, but there's just not enough wood here to do anything with, so I think we're not gonna fire tonight. We're just gonna heat up some dinner and hang out for a little bit. It's pretty cold already. I've got the 30 out for tonight, and I've got the 50 ready in case I need to pull it over. And I've got sleep clothes. I mean, I should, unless by some freak of nature it goes below about 5 degrees, I have plenty of warmth stuff for that. But I think I mentioned, maybe I didn't, I ended up losing one of my compression socks, so I was not too pleased with that. I actually dropped my pack and ran back all the way to the ford that we did to look for it and couldn't find it. So I think I may have lost it. I pulled a snag out of a tree, and I think maybe it grabbed it. I don't know. I have a bad habit of not putting things up when I know they're dry, and I should put them away, kind of like the buff on day one. Yeah, so same thing. So now I'm short one of my favorite hiking compression socks. So that's the deal. We're gonna get some dinner going here. I'm gonna get my wind pants on. I may actually go ahead and put my tights on and then put my wind pants on, because we're right here. I'm sure you can hear the creek, and then there's this big metal bridge over here. So I'm gonna get some warm stuff on and get dinner going, and then head to bed, I guess. I'll give you an update before I go to sleep and keep you guys up to date. All right, so we're done eating dinner. Got everything set up, and J-Ben's got his bareback hung. I've got my can out there on a rock, so if something were to disturb it, it would make noise so we can scare it away. Down in this damp hole known as Enloe Creek campsite. It's pretty cold down here, and I think it's supposed to get in the 30s tonight. So I'm gonna start out without the puffy on, probably without the wind pants on too. And then if I get cold, I think I'm gonna pull the 50-degree quilt over the 30, which should be super toasty. And then that should be good. That should be much better than last night, where I decided to sleep in the 50. And then I mean, I was able to layer up and make it through, but I could have slept better had I just swapped and got into 30 and not messed around. But it is what it is. So I'm gonna head to bed. It's about 7 o'clock, which is early, but everything's too wet to have a fire, so not really much else to do when it's this cold but to go to sleep. So my feet are kind of achy. I'm gonna pop a Motrin here before I go to bed, and then I'm gonna take another one probably around midnight when I wake up, because that's what I do when I'm out here. So I ate a bunch of stuff. Thanks again to the people that gave me those crackers and Pop-Tarts and breakfast bars and the almond bar that was in there. Those were great. Those crackers were really good tonight. I actually ate all the rest of the crackers they gave me. They're just the peanut butter crackers, but the salt just, I don't know, saltiness, I like it. If I had some sharp cheddar, want some cheese, whew. But it's Friday, so tomorrow we've got a 15.9, I think it is, to Mount Sterling, and that'll be the final night on the trail. So we'll stay at the highest point on the BMT. It's 5,829 or 79 or 59 or something. So, and then we'll have a short, I think a 6 or 7 mile downhill to Big Creek to where Plug It In will be picking us up in the morning on Sunday. So as much fun as I've had being out here, I'm also looking forward to getting home and seeing my wife and the kids, and maybe not necessarily going back to work, but you know, hey, it's life, and that's how I can afford to do things like come out here and take 2 weeks off. And so, you know, it's just part of how it is. So, but I've been really enjoyed this time being out here by myself, and since Javen's joined up with me. It's been definitely a different dynamic, but a good time. It's nice to have somebody in camp to talk to as well. Just kind of cut up and be goofy. So had a good time, but I'm gonna hit the sack and I'll get you guys back up to date in the morning.